Hey everybody, good afternoon. This is Daryl Shergan. This is my live show. I'm going to build some coils today. I may be joined by some people. I may not. Doesn't matter. It's okay. We're going to do some coil building. We'll see how far I get. First thing I'm going to build is the Calypso RTDA. This is like a huge 30mm version of the Limitless RTDA. So I'm going to build that one first, get some big old Claptons on there. I'm going to take those off, put some new ones on. That's the first build. And if I have time later, I'm going to build out this Boson RDA, which is a nice two-post RDA. And, we'll see how far I get. I'm also going to have a giveaway. Let me announce that first. This is going to be a live giveaway. The giveaway is going to be announced somewhere during the show. I'll ask a silly question that anybody can figure out and answer. And the giveaway is going to be for this Heracles RTA 2. This is the 2 air hole design. And it's got a set of M-Turk Alien Claptons in it installed. I did this actually in my review video. And the guy who won this, he lives in like Bulgaria or somewhere way far out of the country. And for $35 shipping, he could just buy one on like GearBest or something. So he said, pay it forward to somebody else. I still have this to give away. And I'm also going to give away Lost Art e-liquids. Sent me some e-liquid. And I'm going to do a little bit of a mini juice review here. I'm going to do a formal juice review for them. But they just came out with a new line called Lost Leche. Lost Leche is, well, what it inspires, I guess, some milk flavored or cream flavored. Here's strawberry shake. This is caramel cream. So with that leche theme, which is Spanish for milk, I believe, and then monkey milk. Maybe that's banana coconut. Unfortunately, I have the flavor cards, but they're not in front of me. So I'm going to be giving away 180 milliliters of juice from Lost Art e-liquids, as well as this snapback cap. The more I try and push away and not get snapback hats, I get more of them. So that's not a good look for me. I'm going to give that away. That's a nice giveaway, right? Let me jump in the chat, say hello to everybody there, see who's joining us today. And I will bust these open and taste them for the first time while we're live on air. I haven't tried them yet. All right. Thanks for joining me. 23 people. It's very nice. Personally. Oh. Let me jump into chat and say hello to everybody. We got David Ambra, Taylor Williams, Sam Parrish, Andy Rawls, Adam Webb, Shane Smith. What's up, buddy? I hope your was it your mom was in the hospital? Or no, your dad. I hope they're doing better. Catherine Flanagan, Kevin Hannafin. Hey, everybody. If I miss your name, don't be mad. Ali Vape, Shane Smith. Okay. And yeah, just keep the comments coming, please. If you're watching this live, give me the thumbs up down below. It helps. It helps a lot with YouTube analytics. I appreciate that. Ruben, John, 19798. Dwayne Rutherford, what's up, brother? How you doing, Dwayne? ST, what's up, ST? Hit me up if you want in on this, man. Just text me, ST. I know you got to get to work, but if you want to pop in for a minute or two, that's always welcome. All right, so we got a bunch of people watching. I appreciate that. And again, there's going to be a giveaway because I have to bribe people to watch my stuff. Let's take a look at this RTDA. What makes it a rebuildable drip atomizer with a tank? There's a tank below, but you build your coils up top. And unlike something like this, which is an RTA, rebuildable tank atomizer, you don't have access to your coils when it's closed up. This thing you do. It's designed and intended. Let me show you how this works. By the way, my big giveaway is all over and done. Everybody was chosen who was a winner. I did that live. Thank you, everybody, for participating in that. And packages are going out today. So, and somebody down in Aruba actually won the Boss 3000. And a bunch of other goodies. He's going to be very happy with that. So a 30mm sized RDA or RTDA doesn't exactly fit flush, but it overhangs a little bit. I'm okay with that little amount of overhang. That's what it looks like sitting on a box. And you have access to those coils So think of it like an RDA. Think of it just like an RDA. You wick it like the avocado. You wick it like the limitless RDTA. But you do have access. So if you're hanging out and you want to go drip right on your coils, you can drip right on your coils. Yes, I know they're nasty. They're funky. I used this for several weeks and then I put it aside. And it really deserves, it's an awesome vape. It has pros and cons, and they balance each other out. The pros are an incredible vape, a big 30mm diameter. You could put, look at the size of those coils. Those came stock with the tank, and I just installed them and started vaping on them, and they were phenomenal. They are phenomenal. And I'm going to remove those and put some new coils on. So you can get a great vape. This is big boy vaping. I vaped this at like 140, 160 watts. It was awesome. The cons, do you see those juice filling holes? That's how you fill it, right underneath those coils. Yeah, there's a juice filling hole on each side. Yeah, big juice wicking holes there, but right underneath the coils there's a juice fill hole. And so if you tilt your tank at all to the side a little bit, juice just flows right out of there, and that's the only con. I did plug those up with a little bit of cotton, but I kind of feel like, well, you got to take the personality of the device, the atomizer, the pros with the cons. So if that's something that would bother you, don't get this. And there are other big fatty, like there's like the Mod Father tank out. There's the VCMT by Vapors Cloud, I believe it is. There's some really big, I want to get my hands on a couple of others. And I do want to mention, this was sent to me by Origin Vape, very nice guys in this company over here right in New York. This is the box it comes in. Comes with a spare sleeve that on mine was cracked, unfortunately. So I'm going to say that's brittle. Of course, I mean, look how well it's packaged, but that took a shot in transport and that cracked. It's also got this different type of top cap if you want all Delrin. What I don't like about this, sort of like the limitless RDTA, you see how that Delrin is intended to drop down inside the sleeve, and it's going to control airflow, but it's going to be right in front of your coil. So you're going to get some possibly melted Delrin. If you're going to use, if I ever decide to use this top cap, which I'm not because I like the metal one just fine, then I'll probably end up doing some surgery and trim that right below the O-ring, because that wasn't even necessary. And it comes with a different sleeve. Maybe I got to do a full review on this thing. It deserves it. The vape on this is incredible, and it comes with a big fat sized tank protector O-ring. So thank you very much, Origin Vape. They sent this to me a while ago. I owe the product a review. I don't know Origin Vape a review, but I thank them for sending this out to me. They sent me something else that I didn't like very much at all, and I told them that, and you're not going to hear about it because I didn't like that product, so I wouldn't recommend it for vaping. Oh, and this comes with some nice spare parts, some extra post screws. It comes with this gap spacer thing that you could go single coil mode on that big RDTA if you want, and an extra copper 510 pin. So that's nice, and a little blue screwdriver and O-rings. All right, so that's what comes in there. This isn't really a review, but I wanted to show this off. It's people like variety, especially when you start getting into like big builds. People like some variety. They want to change it up. All right, so with this thing, I'm going to take off my, I'm going to get rid of my banner down below. This thing, no bueno for the live builds. And I'm going to change my camera because this thing doesn't really focus very well. Well, maybe it does. Maybe that's okay. You guys think that's all right? Okay, stuff's going to look like, it's going to look like this. We're going to be building about that close, and then I'll hold stuff up and hopefully, okay, we can get some decent focus. Let me jump into chat. Just let me know, guys, if you feel like that was a good enough focus, what I had up before. And you need to go further or closer. It's kind of like a crapshoot, hit or miss. if I'm going to get focus or not. Looks fine, Shane. Thank you very much, Shane. I appreciate it. All right, so then therefore let's go dive right into this. Let me just bust out chat, pull it up on the side so I can. Technical stuff. Bear with me 1 second, guys. I'm getting the hang of this live stream stuff. Okay, so we're down here. This is where we're going to be. Right here. These coils, there's nothing wrong with them whatsoever, but I wanted to show you guys some up. All right, you know what? In the essence of time, we're going to keep these coils in. I'm just going to clean them. How about that? That's always something I feel that new people getting into building need to see. Everybody shows you the glamorous side of like when it's done. Let's take a look at the ugly side of, okay, so you've been vaping for a couple of weeks, and well, every 3 to 5 days, your coils are going to look like this. What is that black stuff on there? That's residual flavoring left over from vaping. That's left over from the e-liquid that you were vaping. That's what that black, sooty, carbonized crap looks like. So you got to get rid of that. That's what's going to affect your flavor. Now I'm going to clean these. I'm not going to pulse at 91 watts. I'm going to pulse. I'm going to pulse at like 40 watts. Like less than half of what I would normally vape this at. That's what I'm going to pulse at. Why? Because I don't need to make the room glow. When these things are hot, they get hot enough to burn you long before they're glowing. Kevin says his coils look like this after 1 day of dripping Fat Tony. You know, some juices that have more sweetener and more flavoring and darker juices, and I find the caramels, the custards get very gunky. Some juices are better than others as far as gunkiness goes. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm dousing them. It's a very gratifying sound. They're somewhat less gunky now. It takes a couple of, let's call them treatments. It takes a couple of rounds of that. So you pulse them again. They're glowing dully. Right? I'm not making the room glow. That just deteriorates your coils more than necessary. This is hot enough for me to loosen up any caked on flavoring and sweetener, make that nice gratifying quenching sound, and they're in cleaner each time. So you can do that. Like, don't sit there and do that all day either. These are used coils. They're never going to look perfect and brand new again, but they're going to get back to tasting delicious in just a minute. So I'll do this like 2 or 3 times depending on how gunky they are. Here we go. That's the 3rd time. And I think these are clean enough. I'm satisfied. They're fine. That's about as, let me get it in focus. That's about as good as it gets. That's about as good as it needs to get. There we go. So they're back to looking like metal instead of looking like little charcoal briquettes. Look at that big build deck. Like that? The thing is just massive. I mean, these are 4mm sized coils, I'm pretty sure, at least. It may even be bigger than that. I don't have calipers. I'm very envious. Mike Vape's got a set of digital calipers. Now I feel like I need to do that. Yeah, these are 4mm sized. Like that science there, that's my science. I used a Coil Master, the 4mm size post. So that's how I know what size they are. Look at it. See the condensation down in the tank? I'm going to end up having to take the tank apart and get into the bottom there anyway when I wick this thing completely. So I'll have a chance to kind of swab that out and dry that out in just a minute. For this build, as most builds, I'm going to be using cotton bacon. I just find that it works best for me for this type of vaping, because it's easy for me to just pull it right out of the pack and pull some wispy. It just rolls off like bacon. You just peel out. You peel off the strip size that you need. And for me, I like that the fibers are all going in this direction, and I can just kind of accordion out how much I need, and then it's getting nice and fluffy as I peel it off. So that's good. That's about all I need. It's not as much cotton as you would think. I could pack a lot more in there, but I want it loose and wispy. This has been working really well for me with RTAs. This spider web kind of getting it all stretched out. See how thin that is? It's very wispy and light. And then I just roll it up into a big, fat, blunt-looking thing. Okay. That looks like a Cheech and Chong spliff. That's my wick. That's going to maybe do both sides, but let's see. I'm not going to be cheap about it. So I just curl a little end here so I can get that through, just enough for me to grab. This should be loose enough and wispy enough for you to just tug it through with very little resistance. How long do I want it? I want it to be long enough to hit the bottom of that deck. So no, I'm not going to get 2 wicks out of that, just 1. That's fine. You know what, this stuff is like $5 or $6, and this is a tiny little sample bacon bits. It came with 2 of these strips. I can probably get like, I don't know, 8 to 10 re-wicks out of 1 strip of that. I've bought cotton bacon that had like a packet, like a $5 or $6 packet, last me like well over a month. All right, so here's the trick. Don't try and stuff all of this cotton down in there. I needed that thick through the coil to fill up that coil. But as far as what goes in the tank, I'm going to trim this really thin. So it's wispy and then trimmed at an angle. See that? See what I cut off? If you try and stuff all of that down there, then that's going to mute the flavor. This is just what works for me. If you got another way you like to do it, God bless you. But I had to figure out ways to wick that worked better for me, that gave me better flavor. And then and I show this a lot because I get the comments. I get the hundreds of comments on my channel every time I do videos that, oh, bullshit, you're not really getting that kind of wattage out of that build. Yes, I am. This isn't the circus. I'm not over here to put on an entertainment show. This is helping vapors get the best vape they can off of the equipment that's available on the market that I've tried in my experience. So I'm going to pull out some more cotton for another wick. Isn't it nice you got this big working deck that you can work on with this RDTA? You can really practice on some pretty cool big builds. The size of these holes, you can get some very big wire in there. Some very big, like framed staples. You can get some wide Claptons in there. No problem. 65 viewers, wow. I love that. Whenever I offer to give free shit away. No, I'm just joking. Thank you very much. This little workshop I started about a year ago, it's starting to catch on, I think. Not just about the giveaways. This is me babbling while I would be sitting here doing these builds anyway, so it's kind of nice to be able to show some folks how I do it and what I do. Holy shit, Sean Mack is out there. Wow. Sean Mack. That's Oh My Mac in chat. He's in some of the juice review videos that I do. All right, back down to you're distracting me, Mac. And you better be at Exhale for the juice review tonight. We're going to be reviewing Joe Turner's Royal e-liquid line. 5 flavors I've got in my possession. That is a yummy line. Oh, I forgot to even mention some setups that I'm vaping on, juice that I'm vaping on right now. I'll get to that in a minute. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to take away any attention to this line of juice right here. And I'll tell you why. Because these guys, by the way, these guys filed an FDA lawsuit, if you're not familiar with Lost Art e-liquids. And, you know, I'm really excited right now because for the longest time, all they had was like their 8 to 10 flavors of very, very sweet, very fruity and candy flavors. There was a couple. They have a strawberry and cream one that's really good that I like. And then they have like a milk and honey one that I'll vape every once in a while. But everything else really fruity. Now they came out with a dessert line right up my flavor profile. So I'm excited. And I'm excited to support them because they slap down the cost to hire a law firm and go after the FDA and file their own individual lawsuit. So you better believe it. I'm on board with these guys. That juice, I haven't tried it yet. I mean, if it sucks, it sucks. There's nothing I can do about that. So we got our coils built. I was telling somebody's trying to communicate with me. What's up? Yeah, bear with me 1 second. What the hell is this? Anyway, I'm on a live show. I can't stop what I'm doing for that. So these are how our wicks look. Yes, they're long, and this is what we're going to do with them. Use the same technique I'm doing here on the limitless RTA, RDTA, and you'll get an exceptional vape. So, do we see the bottom at 510? You take that out. Very similar to the avocado as well, both of which offer an incredibly fine vape and are awesome. In order of priority, I probably like the limitless, then I like the avocado, and then, but this guy has been really, it's been a real contender. Each of them have their own personality. The limitless is the easiest to fill. So that's how you take this bottom tank portion off. And the condensation from when I was cleaning the coil before, I can give it a swipe, clean that off. I'd be careful with this naked glass sleeve right here when you're removing it. Just that's when you're going to most likely crack the sleeve. And it's pretty thick glass. Let's get that off. Just easy with that. There's an O-ring on there that holds that in place, seals it very snugly. And then there is also a Delrin insulator inside here that keeps that 510 pin from screwing in too far. I still would not use this on a hybrid mech mod. I wouldn't even use this on a mech mod. All right, so now that I'm inside this tank, I have an opportunity to kind of mop up a little bit. There was some residual juice from, I cleaned this out before, but there was just a little bit of stuff. All right, so here's how we're going to wick this. You see these long wicks I have. I'm not just going to push them through from the top. I'm going to get them started from the top. If all you did was smash them down, then you would wind up with a big lump of cotton plugging up that hole, and it would never wick right, like ever. I mean, maybe then you'll be sitting here with this huge tank vaping at 40 watts. But this is, you get it started from the top and then tug it gently through. So I keep that nice wispy, I maintain that nice wispiness. And this wick is very loosely and gently tuck down through that juice wicking hole. It's not going to leak through there. It's going to leak through. It's going to leak on you when you tilt it through the juice filling hole. So that's one wick. This is how you keep them fluffy. I've seen people with the avocado just pack their, some people will cut their wicks very short, stuff them through just so they come through a little bit, but I don't think they get the best flavor or the best vape, or they have to tilt their tank every time they want to vape. So then it's Jenny style, but that's not necessary. That's a lot of work. Why do more work? You take the bottom tank off like I showed you, pull that pin out, take the bottom tank off, situate these wicks nice and fluffy and easy through those wicking holes, and they dip down. I'm going to end up trimming these. They're a little long. And all you really need is a couple of these fibers to hit that deck. I just want them to go all the way to the bottom of that deck so they could act like a straw and pull juice up. When the coil gets hot, these cotton fibers are going to act like a straw. The air between them is going to get hot and act like a straw and siphon up more juice. If you don't have enough air between these fibers, then the straw, it's like a garden hose that got crimped. You're not going to get, you may get some moisture, but you won't get the flavor. The flavors, look, the e-liquid has to run freely between these fibers. That's too much cotton right there. See how much cotton there is? That's way too much. More cotton down there. All it has to do is travel the length down and hit the deck. So I want enough fibers down there to draw up juice, but I don't need the whole thickness of that wick. It gets thicker toward the top because I want it to be able to hold some juice up here and keep that coil well supplied. So these puffs right over here, this part of the wick ends up being like a little juice reservoir. And when the coil gets hot, it's going to heat up this cotton inside and on either side. As long as there's some air, you'll have flavor. Some of these, so on each coil, I'm going to leave one long and one short. Like I'll cut this one a little shorter, but I'll leave that one long. And it's not a lot of cotton, but that's going to hit the deck. I'll leave that one long and cut this one a little shorter. This way there's room for juice to travel around. You'll see. So that one's long, that one's long, that one's short, that one's short. And there's some room for juice to travel around within this tank. My threads are clear. You guys see that? The tank's on there. It's ready to go. I'm just going to check one thing. Each of these wicks is nice and loose. See how that rides easily? Nice and loose. Limitless RTDA, avocado, 22mm, 24mm, same concept. If you want to take some cotton and plug these I love these fill holes, and then I hate these fill holes. It makes it so easy to refill this, but then it leaks out of there. If you want to tuck a little cotton in there, fine, but like a little bit, just enough to block that. This is even too much. And then you got cotton sitting over there doing nothing for you. So I don't really like doing that. This is an RDA, an RTDA that I have to remember not to turn my mod on its side. I put my mod in my pocket the other day. I had this in there, leaked all over the place. That's my fault. That's not the RTDA's fault. Okay, so this goes back in. Now I have to play around with this one sometimes because it'll read atomizer short if I have it screwed like all the way in too tightly. So what I do is I'll screw it in until it's snug, and then I back it off just a little bit. Like it's snug, right there. Can't turn anymore. I'll back it off just slightly, like maybe a half a turn. How are we doing so far? 63 viewers. Thank you very much. Let me check in with you guys. Is this okay? Is this must be a useful topic. All right, let's take a vote. In chat, who wants me to vape on Lost Leche caramel cream? Who wants me to vape on monkey milk? And who wants me to vape on strawberry shake? I might have to go for the strawberry shake, but why don't you tell me what you want to see me vape? Sorry, I don't have the flavor profiles. By the way, there's all the California warnings on there because Lost Art is out of California. They also have hashtag technology, not tobacco. Technology, not tobacco. I like that. And it's got a batch number on there. Look, it's patriotic with the American flag. Fucking very successful juice company. You know, could you imagine all of your livelihood? You go and grow something huge and awesome and popular, and you've killed it at the game, and then now all of a sudden that might go bye-bye because suddenly what you do is no longer correct. It's fucked up. All right, I'll not beat a dead horse. This is a coil building workshop. Always there's going to be a little advocacy in the stuff I do. Look, I lost 3 viewers. That's okay. 5 more will come back. And they want to hear about advocacy. Shake it good. Okay, Jen Jones. Jen Jones says I'm a good-looking man. Thank you very much. All right, all right. I don't hear that every day. All right. Let's go ahead and so before I fill this up, I'm just going to make sure that the coils are firing okay. There's no shorts. And I'll do that right now before I fill the whole tank up. This is where you check on stuff before you lose, I don't know, 6 or 8 milliliters of juice this thing holds. But this is where this thing is an RDTA, because I'm treating it right now like it's a dripper, like it's an RDA, like it's a rebuildable drip atomizer. And for all intents and purposes, I could do exactly that. I could ignore the bottom, pretend it doesn't even exist at all, maybe just use that as a catch basin and a backup reservoir. But I could drip on this build straight down the chuff. Boom. Put that on there and just treat it like a big RDA if I wanted to. That's the beauty of why somebody would enjoy owning this. Let me take a look and see if there's any specs in here. I don't think there were. There was like nothing. I think it's 6 milliliters of juice. I haven't really tested it, but I'm still at 41 watts from when I was cleaning the coils. Here we go. That's going good. You know, when I'm doing this, I'm also seasoning that cotton. Have you guys ever tried an RDA, no, an RTA? Like, you pick any one you want, the Griffin, the Boreas ones, the Heracles, any of the great RTAs out. And the way, if you do this wicking method, you're going to have to get some heat into that cotton so it swells. It might leak until that first couple of hits of heat, when these cotton fibers need to swell up a little and fill the space they're in. They're wispy, but they'll fill in that space. Don't pack it down too much. I'm just kind of knocking these together a little bit. I'm trying to leave them fluffy and not make them dense or packed down. I'm just getting any stray wisps, maybe go in the same direction, neatening the Don King up a little bit. So there we go. That's firing just fine. Let's go ahead and fill this tank. Then I'll come back up top, vape on it, talk with you guys. Yep, oops, you don't want to do that very often. Well, I don't know how this juice tastes yet, so I'm investing quite a significant amount of e-liquid just to find out. But that little drip, I'll confess something to you guys. Oh, I got another run. It tasted just fine so far. I did the taste test. It's really yummy. Very strawberry, very sweet. I don't know how many milliliters of juice each one of these droppers is, but that's about the fourth one. This is going to take a lot of juice. So one thing that does, and again, it's not a deal breaker, but the Limitless RTDA, I go through that tank of juice pretty quickly. It's not a guzzler. I'm the juice guzzler because I vape it like crazy when I'm vaping on it. So this is nice because it gives you a bigger juice reservoir. All right, if you fill this too much, juice is going to come bubbling up out of the other side. It's very, see that? It's very easy to fill though, so there's no, you don't have to try and fill the whole damn thing. Here we go. That's it. In the background, on the answering machine, I guess there was a drug called Xarelto, and we're now getting like automated voicemail messages. If we've been affected by that drug, we can call them and maybe sue. So if you've used a drug called Xarelto, hopefully it didn't kill you yet, you could probably sue. That was a very nice message I just got on the voicemail while we were live. Isn't that nice? The FDA approves all kinds of drugs that are deadly and toxic. But vaping, no. Vaping's it's no good. It's no good. 70 viewers. All right, so there we go. We already know 40 watts isn't going to be enough. Producing some, oh, wow, that juice is really yummy. All right, I'm gonna go up in the wattage by stages. So here we're at 52. Is that okay? What's everybody saying over here in chat? Is it a better vape than the Smoke Cloud Beast? Different. I'm not going to say better. That's like comparing one of your children with the other. Is one better than the other? No, you love your children. They have different personalities. I love the Smoke Cloud Beast. If you're a person of limited budget and only buy like one device every 2 to 3 months, get the Smoke TFV8 Cloud Beast because you've got the coils that last a good week and a half, 2 weeks, and are beastly, and then you've got the RTA. If you're the kind of person that sees cool stuff and has to buy it because it's cool, like a lot of hobbyist vapors, this is a fun one to play around with. I want to drink of water, but I already used my water glass for cleaning my coil, so I can't do that. So just give me a second to kind of deal with the cotton fiber break-in. It's a pure crisp flavor. It's just like pure e-liquid, whatever you're vaping. That is a really yummy flavor too. Strawberry milk. More strawberry shake, more strawberry than it is shake, but that nice creamy finish. I'm going to have fun doing that. I'm going to do a full review on this line, and then I'm going to do a giveaway in that review that's independent of this. They sent me 2 sets of the juice line in 60 milliliter sizes. So one is a giveaway now, and one is going to be a giveaway when I actually do the review. Isn't that nice? What a quality class company. Yeah, I'd support them if they never sent me anything because they filed a lawsuit against the FDA, but we should be supporting them. And damn, they just made a nice juice flavor. Johnny2419 says, go get fresh water. We'll be here. You guys mind? Let me go. I got to get some water because I'm about to vape this at like upwards of 100 watts. Hold on. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Talk amongst yourselves in chat. Okay, I'm back. Damn, that whole time I should have muted also. I turned my camera off, but you got to, you got to hear me filling. I'm in my kitchen. Yeah, there you go. Little peek there. I don't have a little vape man cave studio. All right, so I'm back. Let's continue vaping on it. A fresh build with all that cotton, as wispy as it is, it'll still give you a little bit of that fresh cotton break in. I'm going to go up to, I was at 65 watts now. I'm going to go to 80. Yeah. Excuse me. Luke, you're right. Next time, mute my mic. Hey, I'm still figuring out this live stuff. I apologize. I have to get that Limitless Plus. What's different about it? I have the Limitless. I picked that up in Vegas from iJoy and Limitless. So it's vaping really nicely. As you can see, it's chucking clouds. Well, what can I say? The flavor is crisp, pure, exactly what I intended to vape. It's a beast. It's a beast. Just don't tip it over, or this is going to happen. You know, when you see that juice level and you tip it, I'll show you guys. So it's, as long as it's upright, you're fine. But if you tip this over, boom, there it is. There's juice coming out of that. That's part of the personality of this RTDA. The Limitless is sealed. Once you wick it, it's not going to leak out of there. Well, if you hold it upside down for about good 5-10 minutes, it'll probably eventually seep out. It's not going to flow like that, just flows. And there's no solution to that. You can't put like little rubber or silicone gaskets in there to block it, because then they'll melt. The coil's right above those holes. You can put a little cotton in there, but then it's blocking your airflow. So just don't tilt it on its side. And if you tilt it on your side, you'll go, oh, damn it. But you're going to love this. If this is the kind of thing that appeals to the way you vape, you'll love it. That's 90 watts. Let's go to like 110. And then I'll stop there and do a giveaway. So that's 100. I can't turn it on its side. That's 110 watts. Does it nicely. Like a champ. Okay. So thank you very much, Origin Vape, for providing me with that. That product is a beast. Sorry, they only sent me one. I don't have a giveaway. And then here are some Claptons I wanted to show you guys, also from Origin Vape. Look at this. Check this out. These are twisted. I think these are Nichrome 80. But let me get that in focus. Isn't that? That's just awesome. Some nice twisted. There's some Claptons. They come in tubes. I don't know what they cost, but they're fairly affordable. So if you're not somewhere where you know somebody who builds at a vape shop, you can buy these pre-made by the tube, and there you go. And get that in focus. Look how nice. Focus. I think that's in focus. Nicely done there, Origin Vape. And here are some different Claptons with some maybe, what is this? Flat ribbon wire? This is flat ribbon wire as the outer wrap. Look at that. Like a Flapton. How cool. So, some nice pre-made variety there. Get some surface area. Change your vape. It'll change the nature of everything about how you vape when you throw a pair of Claptons on. Try them. See how you like them. Next time you're ordering from originvape.com, go ahead and give those a try. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get 8 coils. So that's 4 sets of coils in a tube like that. If that costs you 10, 15 bucks, that's a home run. That's beautiful. Okay, let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway for 180 milliliters of juice from Lost Art e-liquids. This is their Lost Leche line, okay? And then you're going to get this Sense Heracles. Let me show you the build in this. I actually did this build in my review video for the Heracles RTDA 2. I'll take this out and show you. Speaking of Claptons, this is a set of pre-built, pre-fired aliens. I don't know if you can see the alien like squiggle in them, but they're like triple core 27 gauge nichrome with I think like 36 or 38 gauge outer wrap. They're just beautiful. I bought a bunch of sets of those when I was up in Syracuse from M Turk, and what better to put in a very, very nice RTA. This is currently one of my favorite RTAs. All right, the cotton's getting caught up in this. I'm going to fix that before I send that out to you, whoever wins. And again, if you're outside the United States, it's 35 bucks for shipping. I can't do anything about that. I'm not paying for your shipping. So let's go ahead and, all right, I can't think of any exciting question to ask, so we're going to do it this way. I'm going to write down a number. Between 1 and 100. Don't start yet. Please don't start yet. Okay, begin. Pick a number between 1 and 100 in the live chat. Write it here in chat. And the first person that gets it wins the giveaway. Pick a number between 1 and 100. That means type the answer you think it is, a number between 1 and 100. Okay, we've begun. No? Nope. Oh, I think somebody got it. Shit. No. I was wrong. Keep going. Just keep cranking out numbers. Keep going. Between 1 and 100. No, still nobody got it. Some people have come close. Nobody got it yet. Somebody was real close there. Somebody got it. Tyler Bryant, 63. 63. 63 was the number. No, it wasn't. It wasn't that. It's 63. Tyler Bryant got it. Let me just make sure that. This is like trying to find a needle in a haystack right now. Yeah. Tyler Bryant, you got that. Congratulations. Email me. Name sounds familiar. I think you've won stuff on here before with me on my channel. But email me, Quest4Vape, and it's all one word, no spaces, the number 4, Quest4Vape@gmail.com. Email me. You're going to have to pay $8 for shipping. Congratulations. I'll fix the cotton on that off air, and it'll be perfectly ready for you. All you'll have to do is open it up, wick it, open it up, juice it, and then vape on it. You get the snapback hat, and you're going to get 180 milliliters of juice. All right. Congratulations. Congratulations. 81 viewers. I'm so impressed. Thank you very much, guys. Well, we're coming up on the top of the hour, so I'm not going to have time to do another build, but I will tell you about a cool RDA. Now I'll save that for next week. Let's chat a minute. We have less than a month till the final, well, till the next stage in our holy shit, what the hell is going on with vaping phase, and that is August 8th, less than a month. So I'm going to talk about that. By the way, Tyler Bryant, let me write your name down. You're going to need to send me proof that you're of legal age to buy vaping stuff in your state, whether that's 18, 19, or 21. You're also going to have to prove to me that you have donated to advocacy. I'm not going to tell you which advocacy. I'm not going to tell you how much, but you're going to have to donate. And, you know, if you haven't yet, well, great. This is your, I'm instigating you to have to go and donate now. Tyler Bryant. Because nobody wins anything on my channel anymore, ever, if they haven't committed to the vaping industry some cash. You pick what advocacy group you want, whether it's Right to Be, R2BSmokeFree.org. That's the Right to Be Smokefree.org. That's the, I'll go join them and go read what they do. I'm not going to give you the whole everything. I can't give you all the ingredients for the recipe in this live show, but the Right to Be Smokefree.org is a combination of the different lawsuits that have been filed. I think it was started by, I may not have all the facts correct, but I know Larry Faircloth is involved, and it's part of this coalition of different vaping advocacy, combining forces, getting some unity, because you better believe our opposition has unity, and they've been doing it a hell of a lot longer than we have. Okay, pharmaceutical companies have been making drugs for a lot longer than vaping's been around. Tobacco companies have been out there making tobacco products for a lot longer than we've been around, a lot longer than most of us have been alive. I was a Marlboro smoker, so Philip Morris predates my existence on this earth. You think they know how to sell some cigarettes and fend off and fight for their business? They do. We're just all new to the game, figuring this shit out. So just understand, if you've never seen, if you haven't heard that there's a problem with the FDA trying to overreach and over control vaping, and now you know. And it's important that you learn more. Go to CASA, CASAA.org, CASA, join, read, learn, find out what that's all about. You sign up for their newsletter, and then you will get emails when there's a call to action in your local area. You'll also get a direct way to respond to calls to action. So you'll read about what's going on and how you can participate. Your information goes right into a form email, and it zips right out to your congressman, to your senator, to your local assemblyman, to whoever is significant in your area where you live, to advocacy. And that's CASA.org. You also want to join NotBlowingSmoke.org. Okay. And there's a few others. There's Vaping Militia. Some states have a smoke-free association, like Florida, like Georgia. The Georgia Smoke-Free Association is part of the Right to Be Free lawsuit. There's a lot going on right now. I urge you guys, just keep your ears and eyes peeled for information that comes out as we progress. And look, don't get downhearted. It's a fight, all right? And the fight's not over. Just don't get depressed and demoralized. Just understand there's more you can do. Spread the word. I have a homework assignment for everybody. Go to a vape shop. If you live near a vape shop, go to a vape shop or two. Don't show up like you're the hallway monitor, self-appointed policeman for or woman for vaping. Just show up and say, hey, listen, I shop here. I wanted to see what you guys are doing for advocacy and awareness, because the vape shop probably has hundreds, if not thousands, of customers coming in their shop every month, and they should be educating and informing their customers. I guarantee you every vape shop has a customer walking in today that never knew there was FDA regulations. So they should at least have information available that hey, are you familiar with the FDA deeming regulations and the calls to action and the fact that vaping is threatened right now? Oh, no, I didn't know about that. Well, take this information, read about it, and then if they love vaping, they're going to come back to the shop and ask you more questions. But you don't have the time to go sit there for an hour, like grabbing people before they leave out the door. Let me tell you more. That's not your job. Your job is to run a vape shop, work at a vape shop, but your job is also to be an ambassador and let people know, here's information if you didn't know. I see it every day. People coming in as customers never were aware that there was a problem, also didn't know how to help and participate in fixing the problem. What are you guys saying over here in chat? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a fun time out there in chat. Do I have any trolls in here? I haven't seen any in a while in my channel. All right. What are you talking about? Advocacy and, well, I'm sorry, guys. I can't stop and read the whole chat. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Congratulations again to Tyler Bryant. And let's all, before we say goodbye, could everybody give this video a thumbs up down below? You hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'm going to take a quick vape on my Boss 3000 DNA 200 with my Calypso RTDA from Ohmega. And thank you very much, Origin Vape, for sending that to me. And thank you once again, Lost RD Liquids, for standing up to the FDA and filing a lawsuit. I think they were the second one to file. And providing some awesome, yummy e-liquids. Take care, everybody. Oh, I'm still alive. Doesn't want to end.